Eid-al-Adha is celebrating the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salam and his family. So his wife Hajar alayhi salam, some of the things she did, which was including like running up and down from one mountain, one hill to another, Mount Safa to Mount Marwa 7 times. So this is part of the Hajj that we do. We follow the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salam.
The history of Eid dates back to 15,000 years ago, according to the research and according to what Atik had to say, and he said some other things. And Nassim as well, who is a Muslim scholar as well, but she was not comfortable sitting in front of the camera, said the celebration is about sacrifice. It's a celebration of sacrifice. It's a celebration of obedience to God's will. And Prophet Ibrahim, Abraham, he upheld that belief of obedience and succumbing entirely to God's will. His wife and his son traveling to Mecca is the sole purpose and rite that is performed during Hajj. His son and he built the Kaaba in Mecca, which is one of the rites as well.
So the symbolism behind sacrificing an animal is giving up something that you most love. So today, most people, they love their wealth. And when you're sacrificing an animal, it's not just any animal. It is the fattest, the most healthy, the most expensive that you can afford. I'm not saying that you should go into debt to buy an animal and then sacrifice it. That doesn't make sense. What you should do is whatever you can afford, and if it means a little bit more but it puts you into difficulty, that's okay, but you shouldn't put yourself into hardship. And then purchase an animal and give that into sacrifice, and the meat is then distributed amongst the poor people and amongst your family. You build relationships with the community and with your family and with each other. Okay, so I celebrate. I used to celebrate because it was something to do, and everybody else did this. But now I know the significance of how important it is from a historical perspective. For me, it is very much about realizing how much Ibrahim alayhi salam has done for us. 15,000 years ago, he did what he did. the choices he made, the questions he asked with his family, with his community. And how do I reflect on that? How many times do I speak up about something that I don't agree with? How many times do I stay quiet when I could have said something? When have I ever had the confidence to speak up when I didn't agree with something? This is something that I'm learning all the time. It's not perfect, but I'm working on it. So learning the significance of how much sacrifices he made for us to be Muslims. The du'as, the prayers that he made. He made du'a that there should be a person within his, there should be a prophet who recites his recites Allah's words to the people. 15,000 or 10,000 years later, Prophet Muhammad came. So today, when I make dua and I think, oh, Allah doesn't love me, or Allah doesn't listen to my duas, I should remember that Prophet Ibrahim was close to Allah, yet he did not fulfill his dua for thousands of years because the time was not right. So same for me, if I don't get, the main thing is I should keep making dua. Don't give up making dua. Because sometimes we think we live in an instant world. We send a message, we expect a response straight away. We go on the internet, we put a question in, ChatGPT, AI gives me an answer within seconds, gives me a written information within seconds. So sometimes we expect, I make dua to Allah, I expect a response quickly. This is wrong, because what we have to do is don't give up asking, don't give up making dua. And whether or not it's fulfilled, only Allah knows. But the time will be right when Allah knows the time is right. And on the Day of Judgment, on the final day, at the life after death, when we see after all that has been said and done and everything has been checked on our books and everything's been weighed, there'll be a mountain of deeds, a mountain of rewards. And the angels will say, these are the du'as that you made and they were never fulfilled. And on that day, you will wish that you made more dua and not one dua was fulfilled because of how much reward there is. So the response, what I take from this is that never ever give up making dua. And just because you make dua, don't think that Allah only accepts the duas of who He loves or He accepts. Allah will accept the dua when the time is right, and you will only realize when your time is right. Sometimes bad things will happen. You lose a job, you have an accident, and you just think, why did this happen to me? But Allah has a plan. And not knowing Allah's plan is part of life. But it's about accepting Allah's plan.
And missing my prayer, which meant I lost my connectivity on that day with my Creator, which wasn't very important to me. I didn't know how important it was until I missed the prayer. And I just told my family members, because I was feeling sad, not to call me, not to send me pictures of how the day was going. And thankfully they respected my wishes, and I just told them I was going to talk to them when I felt ready and was ready to talk. And I just called them up when I was ready to talk. And they sent me videos and pictures of what was happening at home. And it was really nice, and I missed out. But it was fine, because I realized that celebrating the day meant more than celebration with family. It meant more. It was about celebrating my connectivity, remembering my Creator. It was about giving charity. It was about reflecting on what exactly is the reason why I want to achieve some things. It was about relaxing and taking time off everything you've been doing. It was about a lot of things, and I realized that it was a celebration that was worth it, and I will be celebrating going forward. And while I've gotten these answers, I'll still be on the lookout for more answers as well.